Dwayne, Clark's Kentucky Knives. Welcome back to the Clark Acre. Been busy out here today. Donna put me to work. I told her I needed some work I had to get done around here sometime or another, so we did that today. I was supposed to work around here Saturday, but we took off as usual and did our usual thing, but I have been busy today. Let me get this camera turned around and I'll show you what I've been doing. Oh, shavings everywhere. That whole area over there, it's all grown up in weeds, was that maple tree that we cut down. There's all the little limbs piled up. So we spent today splitting wood, and most of it was all like that big chunks right there, because all these shavings is where I had to split some in half with a chainsaw so I could get them on my super duper fancy Harbor Freight log splitter. I bought that little electric thing there. I guess it done all right. They split all that pile of wood for a little electric job. I'd rather have a big gas one, but I mean, I don't burn wood. That's just for a fire pit. That little thing, it works. I mean, the only trouble is it's on the ground, and to operate it, you gotta hold in that button right there and pull that lever at the same time. I guess it keeps your hands away like a safety, but close this valve while I'm thinking about it. But yeah, that little thing split up all that maple. And boy, look at it. Some of you wood carvers and wood turners, I got a whole pile of spalted maple. Look at all that. That wood is spalted. Fancy word for starting to rot. But yeah. And Red Eye Patriot, if you're watching this, I got a couple large chunks of flint there. I'll bring to the knife show if you want them. You can make all kinds of arrowheads out of them. But yeah, we've been trying to get this thing somewhat straightened back up, because really last year we spent all summer gone. Donna's flowers, roses, looking pretty. The greenhouse is gone. I'm gonna frame me up and make me a blacksmith shop right there on them 6x6s. The garden is pretty much nothing, just asparagus. We're gonna take these, them are just 2x6 beds. We're gonna take and stack them up. I got 6 of them. We're gonna stack them 3 high and have 2. Back there's some of the wood that we got tired of splitting. That was all like limb pieces, crotches, stuff like that, stuff didn't want to split. I was wore out. We just threw that on a brush pile we had going. It's supposed to rain the next 2 or 3 days, so that'll take all summer to burn them big chunks up. But that's what's going on around here. Got a mess back here to haul off, but I'm getting ready to clean out some buildings and try to get this place looking halfway decent again. Wash some siding. You can see the shop over there, the garage. Excuse me, they're green as a gore. I'm getting ready to come off the back of this with a roof out, I think 14 foot. I'm gonna take all that siding off, put metal across it, build me an outdoor kitchen back here. I can get my grills and stuff under the, out of the weather. But that's next project, I believe. That, build a blacksmith shop. In this area, we're gonna come off around here And all that's going to be gravel or fire pit, and all that stuff's going to be out there. That's why we stacked that wood there. That's a Clark homestead plans. Anybody need a good refrigerator? You ain't a Kentuckian if you ain't got a refrigerator on the porch. I gotta get that thing hauled off too. Let's go over in the shop. I'll show you some things I found this weekend. All right, I got a couple big things I need to show just to get out of the way first. I bought this jewelry box. I look at jewelry boxes every time I go to antique stores or flea markets. I like it. It's pretty, but most of them, you know, they got all those little squares and things for your rings and all that. But this one has just got nothing but slotted drawers. Something like that will be perfect to put it pocket knives in. I mean, that's a big 75 case right there I just dropped down in there. Plenty of room. Still all the way back, I think still got an inch, so that's gonna make good knife storage. Finally found a jewelry box worth having. And I bought a small chest of drawers, I guess you call it. Oh, it's slightly bigger. I bought that chest of drawers there for 18 bucks. And it's just a homemade thing. Figure that come in handy in here because I can store stuff in that. It's kind of primitive looking. So yeah, I picked that up. $18. I figured you couldn't make one for that. All right. Let's see here. Turn some light on here. I am behind. There we go. I got a couple shout outs I want to give out. I picked up one of Ryan's at R&H Blade and Shade Slips. I like that. He stitched that up orange for me, so he knows I'm a Tennessee fan, just like he is. So I got that from him, and I bought some knives from him. I got this Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive Victorinox in the Tennessee colors, which I was surprised he sold it. It don't look like he ever used it. He may have, but I like it's got the screwdriver on the bottom of it. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, lay this back here. And he had a couple case knives he wanted to sell. So I got this chestnut bone. I think it's a 18 pattern. Super Sport, little Stockman. Looks like got 8 dots, so it's a 2022 model. So I picked that up. And I got this little canoe, or butterbean, what they call them. Has that K66 shield. Little 2-blade mini canoe knife. That's what I picked up off Brother Ryan at R&H Blade and Shade. If you don't know him, go over and check his channel out. Ooh, it's warm in here. I got a surprise mail call that I wasn't expecting from Mr. Charlie Cook. And I seen the other day that Big Jim had opened up a package from Brother Charlie. And I was like, man, look at that. That is so awesome. And I got this, and sure enough, look at here. It is absolutely awesome. This is a cross that Brother Charlie carved out. Look at the detail on that. Ain't that beautiful? I love how he carved them rocks. Wood grain and that. You got the wrinkles in the cloth there. That is so beautiful. Sorry, Ryan, you're gonna get covered up there. But he not only sent that, but he sent this for Donna. Got that orange cap on. He knows what colors we like. That is so awesome. She loves it, and she said thank you so much for it. I told her she couldn't have it till I got done doing the video. And I got a new slip from him. Look at this. Got his logo on the back. I like the ichthus fish. Look at there. That is awesome. Look at that oak leaf with the acorn on it. That is absolutely beautiful. So then we'll be going into my slip collection. We'll get Ryan out of here. So I appreciate that, Charlie. You surprised me, that's for sure. But I pray God bless you, and I appreciate it. Donna does too. All right. I went last week. I've been off a week. Yeah, I know. I hadn't made a video. I've been ornery. Hadn't really felt good. I've been trying to switch over from nights to days. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it ain't. I'm just part of getting old, I guess. But I did go to the local flea market one day, and I found something that was pretty cool. I found this hatchet, and it's made by Colonial, Providence, USA. Never seen one before. Didn't even know they made them, which I guess probably all of them makes them. But that is pretty cool. Pretty cool find there. I wasn't expecting to find. And I bought that. I found a queen. This red queen, little single blade, and you can tell somebody sure wore the blade down a little bit on it. But I ain't mistaken. I believe this should have been one of those. It looks to me like one of those Kentucky knives out of the 70s, queen done. I ain't 100% sure. Of course, if they had the etching on her, there ain't no etching left. But it's a pretty cool little queen blade. And then, like I showed you what I had a while ago, found this 75 pattern case. So we got 4/9/2021, 75 pattern, yellow Delrin. And that was about it from there. Me and Donna went Saturday, put flyers on graves. Then we drove down through Springfield. I took her to Willisburg, and cause she decorates one of her grandparents' graves. She takes care of that. And we left there, went through Springfield, Kentucky, through Lebanon, Kentucky, and went to Campbellsville and stopped at the Peddler's Mall, Flea Market there in Campbellsville. And I found me another insulator, $6. Well, this one is flat on top, because most of them I got back there rounded on top. This one's flat. Whereas this one's ceramic, or more like a pottery type. So that's going to be cool. Put a magnet on that and use that for a knife display. In the same booth, I found this little oiler. I get $6 for it. I want to put oil in that. Use that to oil my knives with. The two boxes, the jewelry box and that trunk, come from there too. And I found some knife displays. I bought this. It's kind of a shadow box. That styrofoam is probably about yay thick, about a 1/4 inch. And I'm gonna try to carve that out And I'm going to put that Clark Brothers knife that I was gifted to me, and I'm going to use that for a display for that Clark Brothers knife. I thought that'd be something I could repurpose that for. I picked up this knife display somebody made, case. Put 6 knives on it. It's red oak. I got lucky the other day on knife displays. I found this somebody made for a fixed blade. You can put a knife on it. They got that split for the blade to sit down in. Then I got another one here. Move these out of the way. I had just bought 2 of these, just like this, because I'm getting ready to set up for whatnot. And I found this one over there, and it's to put knives on. You can put 12 knives on it. So now I got 3 of these I could use for displays on my whatnot show whenever I have one. And that was all for the displays. And I believe that's all I picked up at that flea market. But I got some things off of Whatnot. And I'll just show you a few of them. I bought this Bare Edge, got another jar of wax from Rubidoux Creek Outdoors. He's got a Whatnot sellers page on there. You can get on there and buy knives and buy his wax from there. Somebody had this up the other day. Old Bear. I've seen these, I've heard of them, never had one in my hands. And I knew they would resemble an open nail. And I was just curious how they was. They come in this plastic bag. But here's the knife. Like I say, it's just a simple knife like an open nail. Let's say there. BREVN 1187 282. That looks like a dog instead of a bear. A lupo. I don't know what that means, but this thing is stiff. Oh, helped if I unlock it, wouldn't it? Still stiff. There we go. And to lock it, you got that little thumb piece that slides back and forth. So if I had an option between this and open nail, I'd buy the open nail. This thing, I don't know. Some people out there, y'all might love them, but I'd rather have the open nail. It might be better after you use it some, might loosen up, probably would. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I prefer open nail over that. Somebody else was having a sale, and they popped this thing up. Survivalist Seth, Grandfather Mountain, match safe and all-purpose knife. And here it is. You got that match safe down there that Marbles was famous for. Got a sheath there, and got this knife, which reminds me of those Imperial knives out of the 80s. It's kind of like a plastic handles. You can see it's got like finger grooves in it. It is a lock back. I mean, it opens good. Got a nice big blade on it. There's a model number, MR309, surgical steel. It is China made. It's got a lanyard hole. It's a pretty cool little knife set. You know, Marbles make some pretty good knives. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Chinese knives, but you know, they make good little sets. You know, it'd be a handy little set to give away for a gift or Christmas, birthdays, Father's Day. You know, it's a pretty cool little set there. I bought this cobalt thing here. It's used. It's kind of scratched up. I bought it to take to work. It's got a razor blade, regular knife blade, and a saw blade. Figure it might come in handy. Every once in a while, that same fella had this knife. Now, I didn't know what it was. He pulled it out. I noticed the shield was missing. And I say I'll never find one. It's kind of a sod buster, kind of like at Marbles. It's a lockback. But this thing is a Bear Creek Surgical 1979 by the Taylor Cutlery Company, Kingsport, Tennessee. And all I seen when he pulled it out was talking to it, because I don't know what I was doing. I seen the Kingsport, Tennessee, and I was like, what in the world is that? And I got the bidding on it. Wound up buying this thing. So if anybody happens to have a shield for this, which, I mean, it looks like a regular, like Imperial type shield, or straight, or like a police badge shield for a Taylor Cutlery Company, I could use one. Kingsport, Tennessee. That's pretty cool. Oh, I bought me a zombie Nick. And the guy that sent me this little bitty arrowhead. That's pretty cool. Like a little bird point. I believe if it's from Missouri, I got another one back there behind my sign. That was sent to me from Missouri. I'll have to stick it in there with it. That's a nice one. That's the best arrowhead I ever got. I bought me one of these zombie Nicks. Zombie Nick pocket knife. Friends don't let friends eat friends. I don't get all this zombie stuff, but I'll show you the reason why I bought it. Because it's a razor. Zombie Nick. It's got them green handles, lock back. Got that Zombie Nick shield and got it on the blade. On the back side has that logo, friends don't let friends eat friends. That's kind of funny. It'll go in my razors collection. Thought that was just something. It's something different. You can't, there ain't no doubt about that. But that's about all I got in. And it's all I found this week. Like I say, I only went out. I've been off for a week. Only been out twice looking. But hopefully I can get myself switched around, because I got to start day shift tomorrow. And hopefully I can sleep tonight. Let's get this camera turned around. Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm ready to take a shower and get in a recliner. I'm aching from head to toe. Man, that little wood splitter, it does a good job. I mean, it did the job I bought it to do. Just that squatting down to the ground. I mean, it's, you know, your butt's touching your heels. You got to squat so low to run that little thing. I'm about halfway tempted to take that push button switch that you got to hold in to run it and just put a toggle switch on there. You can flip it on, and I could take my other foot and just mash that lever down and split wood. You know, but that would void the warranty, but that'd help my old legs too. Well, the son split some of it too. He hauled all that up front. Now, if I was by myself, I'd have split a little bit here and split a little bit there. I'd eventually got it done instead of doing it all in one day, but it's done. And hopefully we get that gravel in there and we get our fire pit set out there permanently, so it won't be in the way of mowing, and we can enjoy it. Ooh. Donna made me change shirts. She said, "You ain't doing no video with that old dirty shirt on, and you don't want to show you suspenders." I got suspenders on. I just put my shirt over top of it. She don't like my suspenders. She don't like me wearing bib overalls either. I'll tell on her. But today I want to read a little bit out of the book of Joshua. And I was thinking the other day, just thought come to me last week, and I did a little study on this. One of my favorite Old Testament people, I almost said character, they're not characters, they're people, was Caleb. Caleb was one of the 12 original spies that Moses had sent into the promised land to scout it out. And when the 12 spies come back, 10 of them was afraid, said we can't take it, but 2 of them said, yeah, we need to go in, and that was Joshua and Caleb. They was ready. They knew, they had faith in God. They knew God would give it to them. I mean, he had done promised it to them. But the other 10 voted against it, and that kind of helped, made them, their rebellious ways is one of the reasons they had to go through the wilderness for 40 years. But once they did cross over, and once they took Jericho, they subdued the land, and they was ready to start splitting it up to give to each tribe, and each tribe was split it up to each individual, so everybody have an inheritance of land in Israel. And Caleb, one reason I like him is he wanted a mountain. I'd much rather go to the mountains than any beach. I'm not a beach guy. I don't like sand. I did take Donna down there. I did. I'm a good husband. I know she likes going to the beach, and well, she just likes going for a few hours, and she's ready to leave. That's all right with me. She's not one of them who wants to go down there for days and spend daylight to dark out on the beach. A few hours, she's done. And so I did take her to the beach here before we went to the nice show down there in Mississippi. But I'm a mountain guy. I try to get her to move to the mountains. I was telling some people on Facebook the other day, I was ready to give my notice in at work. I was ready to move to Tennessee down Smoky Mountains. I'd already been scouting out houses and jobs and couldn't talk her into it. But Caleb, he wanted a mountain. And that's what we're going to read about today. It's in Joshua chapter 14, verses 6 through 12, if you want to get your Bible out and read. And it says, Then the children of Judah came to Joshua in Gilgal. I am not very good at names. And Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said to him, You know the word which the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, concerning you and me in Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I brought back word to him that it was all as it was in my heart. Nevertheless, my brethren who went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed the Lord my God. So Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land where your foot has trodden shall be your inheritance, and your children's forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. That is so awesome. And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive, and he has said these 45 years, ever since the Lord spoke this word to Moses while Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, here I am this day, 85 years old. As yet I am as strong this day as on the day that Moses sent me. Just as my strength was then, so now is my strength for war, both for going out and for coming in. Now therefore give me this mountain, of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you have heard that in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, as an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, to this day, because he wholly followed the Lord God of Israel. How awesome is that? Like I say, he was one of the original 12 spies that spied out the land of Canaan. And he was one of the two that came back and told them, say, hey, we could take this land. God will give it to us. All we got to do is go. But I said the other 10 people turned the people against it, talking about how there was giants in the land and all that, and scared the people, and they was afraid to go in. But God had promised Caleb a mountain. And, sometimes Caleb, it wasn't just that he promised it, but Caleb had to take that mountain. It wasn't that he just, go up on top of this hill, cut him down some trees, build him a log cabin. That wasn't the way it was. He said there was a fortified city on there. And Caleb said, I'm 85 years old. I'm as strong as I ever was, and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to run these people off. And he did. He took that mountain. He didn't let them people keep him from having his inheritance that the Lord had promised him. And, he was close to God. God blessed him because he served God all of his life. And if you serve God, God won't forget you. There's blessings to be had. There's favor to be had. It's good to be blessed. It's great to be favored by God, because I know some people right now they're highly favored. And it's amazing to me that the blessings that they get from being that favored by God, it's just mind blowing. It really is. And, I'm blessed. I ain't gonna lie. Everything you can see around me, it took us some years to get all this, but, it's a blessing to have, and knives that I'm able to get and stuff like that. But to be favored by God, and for God to give you a mountain, say, there it is, go take it. A lot of us are afraid to climb the mountains. A lot of us see the mountain as an obstacle. We'd rather try to find a way to go around it. But sometimes you got to get up there and take that mountain, because that's what God has given you. And don't let that mountain persuade you, or let that mountain hold you back. Just get out there and serve God with all your heart, and whatever God has promised you, hold fast to that promise, because God don't lie. If he promised you something, he'll give it to you. And whatever you have need of, he'll give it to you. He'll meet your needs, but you got to serve him. That's a lot of people say, I'm a Christian, but they don't. It's all they do. They don't read the Bible. They don't pray. They don't walk the walk. They don't talk the talk. They just go back out there and do the things that they've always done, and that ain't the way it works. You got to live fully 100% for God, and God will reward you for it. He'll bless you. He'll heal your body. He'll take care of your needs. You'll still go through trouble. You're still going to go through trials. Believe me, I'm going through some myself. But I know I got somebody to turn to. I got somebody to help me when those trials happen and things come against me. And, when I get to my mountain, I'm going to take that mountain. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to give it all I got, because God's give it to me as a promise, and I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to take it. And I pray that you will too. Don't let that mountain discourage you. It may be steep. It may be hard to climb. You might have to fight your way through to get up there on top of your mountain. But once you get up there, man, the view is beautiful, and you're on top of the world then. And just take God's blessings and run with them and live for God, just like Caleb did. God didn't forget him. All those 40 years that the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness, Caleb survived every bit of it. He served God through all that. He didn't do like they did, worshiping the false gods and all the stuff that they did. But Caleb stayed true to God. And once they finally went into the promised land, once they took Canaan over, and Caleb got his mountain that God promised him. So don't give up. live for God, serve God, and take your mountain. And I just want to pray for everybody. Lord, I just love you. I thank you, God, for all your blessings. I thank you, Father, for blessing those that's faithful to you. God, those that walk the walk every day, those that seek you every day, those that cry out to you when trouble comes, and you come like a flood with the angels and everything in heaven to back them up and help us, Lord. I just praise you, God, for all you do. And Lord, I just pray for those that may not be living fully for you, God. You'll put a desire in their mind, a desire in their heart to change, because sometimes the change is rough. It's hard. And sometimes it's not pleasant to get the sin carved out of our lives. We're like sticks of wood, and you're the carver, and you're just carving the sin out of our lives, the imperfections and stuff. And once you get done with the carving, we're a beautiful creation that you have made. And I just pray, God, that you help those that's struggling, those that really want to get close to you, God, that you'll just pour your blessings on them, that you'll lead them, you'll guide them, you'll convict them of the sins, and let them know that, hey, you don't need to be doing that. Don't be doing this. This is what you should be doing. God, just bless them, help them, guide them, so they can be blessed by you as well. And Lord, I pray for all those that's still struggling here in the state. I know there's lots of people that's still in mourning because they lost family and friends from these tornadoes, God, and the destruction they're still cleaning up, trying to get all the mess cleaned up and get power back on, and hopefully I can get these people's houses and businesses rebuilt soon. Just pray, God, that you just help them. There's a lot of people need you still now, Lord, and just pray, God, that you just be there for them and lift them up, comfort them, help them, and I just pray that you bless them, God. And they've been through something awful. And Lord, I still pray for all those down in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Virginia that's still struggling to get things back together from that hurricane. Lord, there's a lot of people that need you in our nation. And I pray that you'll move from sea to sea, from Canada to Mexico. God, every state, every county, I pray, God, that you'll save lost people. You'll help people, God, that's struggling, whatever their needs are. Comfort, God, just move all across our nation. You know the needs, Father, more than I ever know. And God, I just pray that you'll bless our country. Lead our leaders. God, they need you. From the federal to the state to the local, everywhere, all across our nation, God, just bless our leaders in our businesses. Lord, if you're leading, it's all going to be blessed. And I just pray that you'll lead us and bless us. And Lord, I pray that you'll be with the Robertson family. I know Phil Robertson's passed away, and just pray that you'll comfort them, God, and help them through the next few months and years, God, as they going to be mourning the loss of that great man. And Lord, just pray that you just bless everybody. Everyone who watches this video, I pray that they'll be highly favored and blessed, and things will happen to them that'll just blow their mind. And they can only say it's got to be God. I love you. I thank you. I praise you, God, for all your blessings and everything you do. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me a little bit. I am getting ready to set up a whatnot shop. I've got everything. I'm going to set up a whatnot shop just to have knives for sale. I'll let you know once I get them all uploaded in there, get them sorted out which ones I'm going to put on there. I'm going to get ready to do that. I'm going to try to have a few shows. When I do, I'll let you know. And I got to build a set design. I got I just need the frame. I got the backdrop to put up. Make something look halfway decent than an old garage door, But yeah, that's all coming here pretty soon. And knife show, it's July 19th. I'll be here before you know it. It's a practically a month and a half away, maybe. Yeah, it's not. It's less than 2 months away. So hope everybody can come that's able to come, and we have a good day together. I'm just looking forward to just talking to people. You know, I'm gonna have some knives there for sale, but you know, I ain't really worried about it. I'll just be glad to be able to hang out with other guys and some of you subscribers and stuff, and we can stand around and talk and have a great day together and buy some knives, trade some knives. I think I got 12, 13 sellers there, so that's good. Still got room for more. You know, if anybody still wants to set up, just $20 a table. And all that table money is just going to the church for letting us use the building. Ain't none of it going in my pockets. I'm not doing it to make money, just doing it just to have a knife show and get to hang out with people that like knives. But I hope everybody can come. But anyway, I'll get off here so y'all can enjoy the rest of your evening or morning or whatever time you get to watch this. I just pray God will bless you. Hope y'all have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video.